I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got up, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dog.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
View back. We're looking for my love, man.
Taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, days like these is why you have retractable roofs, and we've got an open one on a gorgeous afternoon for
Week
football
7
at NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second.
And Randall Cobb, now a member of the Texans, but he had some great seasons on the other sideline, catching passes from Aaron Rodgers with the Packers. Played with him from 2011 to 2018. And his best year, 2014, had 91 catches, almost 1,300 yards, and 12 touchdowns that season. Not bad. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, come on, Jair.
Intercepted. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
I got to put a spell on his
been able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Come on,
and this will
man.
be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
A gain of 7.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after
6
the catch
touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They gotta do
led
better.
out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought in last week's game,
throw a touchdown
he found
right
a way
here,
to
A-Rod.
win, like a good pitcher without
On
his
this
best
drive.
stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Pass complete to Aaron Jones. It's a game
and this is a guy who last week not
That's
only
his
helped his
mouth.
real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football.
Hey,
Hard to defend this
Devontae.
guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown.
Complete.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
Rodgers.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Caught on the right side by Adams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. How about the start throwing the foot? Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Hey, Rob.
Devontae Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
First touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra.
An ideal start for them, really. You
slacking.
force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
Okay.
Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the
Oh,
sticks
use the
because
stick
then
for Kenny.
the defense has the advantage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Texans nothing.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play. And
I don't get that all.
10 now.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Hey,
so many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Had no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down now. It's Johnson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Back at the 28-yard line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing again on second down. Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Oh, good defense.
And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 14, Texans 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score a garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays. And I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Oh, that's third quarter.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And a Packer first.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped them behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rolling to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Rodgers now on 1st down. Slant to Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Jones.
What?
Aaron Jones on the carry.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll try and run it in with Jones.
Oh yeah, the Texans.
And he'll take
Other
this
team
one
ain't
in
go
for
like
a
that. The
Packer
Texans got
touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's something we saw often last year. Aaron Jones finding his way into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. Had his best season on the ground in his young career. First time he was over 1,000 yards, and he tied Christian McCaffrey for the most rushing touchdowns in the league with 16. Green Bay had a balanced offense and a big-time record last year.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play. And this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's end,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Here's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A 1st carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the 1st drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 44-yard.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. About 3 yards there to the 27.
He was tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out comes Houston. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right